Scottsdale, Arizona, home of the world-famous SRS Raceway and Proline Cactus Classic. This is one of the oldest standalone races in all of RC. With more than 400 entries, it's also one of the largest off-road electric races in the world. While only having been rained out once in its history, there is a dark cloud hanging over the race this year. This will be the final Cactus Classic held outdoors.
I'm not a big fan of standing around melting my face off all day, so I'm looking forward to next year being in the AC. So I'm not sure it's sad. I'm tradition and all that, but with change is progress.
I think everybody's probably going to miss the weather and the location, maybe not miss the sugar.
It's kind of sad that it's going away. I love racing outdoors. I feel that everything indoor now is kind of just, you know, so dependent on tires and tire sauce.
I think maybe it's a little bit more difficult because like tire sauce and
the history, it's an outdoor race, and that's what made it what it is.
You're used to coming out to Phoenix in the middle of the winter and get a sunburn at the Cactus Classic, you know. But
I love it outside. I'm out of the snow, out of the rain, in the sun.
I think it should be outside. The weather's too nice to be running indoors right now.
Outdoor racing is becoming a thing of the past.
This is a staple of the outdoor racing scene and big races around the world. So I'll start the petition.
I'll come back, of course. It's the Cactus.
The move indoors is not the only contentious issue. This is a sugar track.
This is close to 1,000 pounds going in. I'm trying to do more early in the hope of not having to do it later in the week and maybe saving some tires, but I don't know yet.
This is going to be a sugary ass towel.
I don't know, we've been running on the sugar track for the last year, so I think it's fun. Keeps it consistent. It's gnarly on your equipment.
After a single 6-minute run, tires are burned off enough to affect performance.
Back home, not used to all this traction and stuff. It's definitely challenging trying to find the right setup. The setup's a lot more important. And then just driving is a lot harder not to flip over and stuff because it's so catchy.
It was cool to do it, but I'm ready for it to go away.
I like the consistency of it, but I'm not a big fan of it hurting the public, having to buy so many tires. I don't think that's quite fair.
I would say, yeah, I don't think there'll be many more after this track. Once this is gone, I don't think it'll probably be a big thing anymore.
It's hard to drive on, it's hard on the cars, it's hard on the tires.
I don't know, it's just not dirt off-road racing anymore.
Will this not only be the final race at SRS, as we all know and love it, but also the last race to be run on a sugared track? Practice, 3 days worth. With this being the final outdoor Cactus, attendance is high this year. Racers come from all corners of the globe: Canada, Finland, Germany. As always, the bulk of the racers are from the US. While this year's layout isn't quite as challenging as in years past, a new element of difficulty is present.
The track's a little weird, a little different. Not your typical sugar track. The jumps are different, the track's edgy.
Ruts, cracks, bumps. For most, the practice session is spent trying to find the safest way around the track.
We thought we could come with a sugar track layout, and we had to change quite a bit.
Ty hits the track, and the track hits him back.
Four-wheel's been good. It's two-wheel we're kind of struggling with, but we're going to try stuff this round and then see how that goes, and then hopefully it's good, and then we can go in tomorrow confident.
Oh, pretty good. Full out and out there and had like one little bobble, and the car and tires were working awesome. Four-wheel drive short course, it was working really good. Just trying a few things to make it less tippy, and it should be good for the second practice round. And then two-wheel was pretty good. The start's a little edgy and rough just because it's new tires, but I had tires broken in for qualifying, so it'll be good right from the start.
Dakotah looks very comfortable on the track in all classes he has entered in. He looks to be the man to beat this week.
The high grip, you would think it would kind of help out for racing, but really it makes it tougher. It's really hard to drive next to someone because your car is just so much faster and so much twitchier. It's hard to race close.
Jared Tebow, last year's two-wheel drive champion, throws down some great laps and some not so great ones. Racers put in as much track time as they have tires and parts for. Daniel Adams, Proline's team manager, is busy doing what he does best, supporting his team by gluing tires.
I think last year I did 360 tires. So today and this week I'm going to try to do just as many as I have to do.
Thank you everybody for coming out to the 28th running of the Proline Cactus Classic. It's going to be, as everybody knows, the last one that's going to be held here outdoors as Adam and the SRS crew are preparing the new facility, so we're looking forward to going indoors next year. So a big thanks to Todd and Tim and Daniel and everybody at Proline for being the title sponsor of this wonderful event that we look forward to each and every year. So a big round of applause. Thank you, Proline. No Daniel's here.
The Cactus is officially underway.
Thank you guys very much for your years of support. Put them in the right side.
First up will be the two-wheel drive class.
I don't think you need quite that much. You put a half-3 one in the other hub, where it's in the hub like.
As the case in practice, Ty's car still isn't up to the pace that he needs it to be. Jared's car, on the other hand, won round number 1.
Really good. Yeah, it was a good run. I messed up on like second or third lap, and then Dakotah was pushing super hard. So I was trying to push, and I had some good laps, but then I bicycled real bad into the straightaway and through that center chicane. I was just like, man, just chill out, just take a 2. And I got in a pretty good flow, and then yeah, Dakotah crashed on the last lap, so I'll take it.
Oh yeah, just the last lap too. Had to be the last lap, but he's got the speed.
Track's tough. So you can push it to try to get those quick laps, but man, it'll jump up and get you sometimes. So yeah, I'm super happy.
Do you want to sleep for tonight then?
All right, guys, we're ready to go.
No, it's the car felt all right. It was a little bit light on the oil, but it's just wasn't fast enough again. So we're gonna try some more stuff for the next round, which is gonna be a while. So.
Much to the relief of the Tessmann camp, it's four-wheel drive time. The competition is very close.
Very good.
Where's finished?
First, four-wheel drive, and second, four-wheel drive short course. And in four-wheel drive, no mistake, but in short course I had, because I went directly after and only one warm-up lap, and it's very different driving, so I made in the beginning one mistake, but then okay.
Clouds roll in as round 2 starts. Flying Ryan Mayfield comes out and dominates two-wheel. He is the only driver to achieve a 14-lap pace this round. Others push their equipment to the edge in a bid to keep up with him, to no avail.
It's just hard to get it set up for the slow sections and the fast redded sections to work good in both, so we're just kind of struggling with that. Four-wheel
drive ends the day, and it's another win for Jorn. His second win. Jorn has locked up the overall TQ in the four-wheel drive modified buggy. Jared Tebow and Ty Tessmann are currently tied for the second spot.
How was day one for Proline?
Good. Had a lot of good times. Everything seems to be working real well. You know, obviously, you know, traffic plays a little bit of an issue, and then you know, consistency on the track. You know, sometimes the cars tend to get grab and go with a sugar track, so sometimes a little unpredictable. But everything's been good so far, and got high hopes for tomorrow and for Sunday.
Day one ends. This, the final outdoor Cactus, is half over.
Day one wasn't too bad. I mean, I had all top 5 runs in all 3 classes, so it wasn't too bad. Just gonna go out there today and just try and not make any mistakes and clean up my runs and hopefully get top 3.
Dakotah starts out well by surpassing his expectations. He wins the third round and solidifies his bid for top qualifying honors.
Yeah, I ended up with the overall TQ. I just had 2 small little bobbles, one towards the beginning of the race and then one last lap. And the same place I've been having issues the whole weekend. I was just taking it easy like it was with all the other ones and almost flipped over. But luckily I was able to save it and just got up on 2 wheels for second and still got TQ. The car's working awesome and the Proline tires are working great.
After having started qualifying with a win, Jared has since struggled in two-wheel drive. He gives Joe Pillars, the Kyosho team manager, the post-run update. In stark contrast to his two-wheel drive buggy, Jared's four-wheel drive buggy is performing very well and would reward him with a win in round 3.
And I was stoked on that run. Had a clean run. Car felt pretty good. Cavalier is a little bit faster, but we'll be good. I'm excited, so feel good for today.
Ty continues to struggle, not only in two-wheel drive, but in four-wheel as well. Traffic makes it very difficult for him to put in clean runs. This is the final round of qualifying at the Cactus Classic. The realization that this will be the last round raced outdoors at the Cactus Classic sinks in. Competitors pay even closer attention to setup. For some racers, disappointment at their poor result. For others, there is still hope. Hope for the Cactus title, one of the titles on the top racers' very own bucket lists. Big air, blue-skied shots, replaced by fluorescent lighting. The feel of the hot desert sun, replaced by damp, compressed air from an AC unit.
Just having fun. This is whole new on this kind of surface for me, so it's pretty awesome though. It's the Cactus. I'm just happy to be racing in it, so it's pretty cool.
Will the mystique of the Cactus end with this final round? Gord watches nervously as Ty races around the track. They need a top 5 run to have a shot at making
the car was
A-main.
good. He just made one mistake. I think he had a chance to get that one, but if he hadn't had that rollover, I think he would have been in the contention to win. Can't do that though.
Like Reedy, Ty's car has finally found its speed, but near the end of the event. He makes the A, but he will be starting from 9th spot on the grid. Dakotah wins yet another round. He'll be starting from pole position on Sunday. Jorn's early success in the four-wheel class was enough for him to hold on to the top spot. Jared Tebow, however, dominated day 2 of qualifying and will be a serious contender for tomorrow's main events. Finals day. The modified classes will be running AAA mains. This is a best of 3 series with 1 throwaway. In two-wheel drive short course, we are treated to another episode of the Ryan and Ryan Show. Off track, teammates. On track, toy car, pugilist. Cavalieri has the lead, but Mayfield pushes hard trying to pass at every opportunity. Mayfield would eventually make the pass, but it doesn't stick. Cavalieri, with relentless pressure, capitalizes on a small mistake. One last chance for the win. A tap, a bobble, a pass. It doesn't stick. Cavalieri takes the win and the class title. Not the finish Ryan Mayfield was hoping for. Dakotah starts from pole with his TLR 22 and leads from start to finish. He wins the first 2 A mains and clinches the two-wheel drive title.
Two-wheel started out front and just made a couple of little bobbles, just got 2 wheels a couple of times. But I kept it out front the whole time and won it in the end. So super happy and a great start.
Oh, very stressful. I'm still shaking a little bit. So, but that's the way I like to do it. The first 2, get it over with. I don't have to worry about the 3rd one. Thanks, Dakotah. You saved me another 5 minutes of stress.
To a degree, Ty salvages the weekend with a 6th place finish in two-wheel drive.
People to crash. It's usually slower in the back, so you're just kind of waiting basically back there, and you lose time. But that's what you get for starting in the back, I guess. So
His starts in 4-wheel won't help his chances for the Cactus title. Just winning a podium spot will require Ty to put down one of the best drives of his young career.
No, just hope for a wreck so we can get by. It's going to be pretty tough to get by, I think, but anything can happen.
Jorn, starting from pole, got taken out early in the first leg. Ryan Mayfield took the win. Ryan only needs to win 1 more race for the 4-wheel drive title. He wastes no time as he capitalizes on Jorn getting taken out again.
just waited for people to crash, and they did, and they were battling, so it kind of slowed them down, and then they crashed, and then I got up to second, and the last couple laps Mayfield rolled over, so I got the first.
Scotty's head is going to explode.
Brand new game now! 25 seconds ago, Tessmann taking advantage of that opportunity. Matthew Rose at the top of the hill. Tessmann now to the first time to the front. We're at 19 seconds ago. This is the final lap. It is Tessmann in control. Tebow, Mayfield and Fend. Up the hill, they go to the final car with 10 seconds ago. It is the hot one, it's a Tessmann on point. Over to Triple Lego. This is a race to the finish line. Tebow to the inside. Mayfield goes to second. It's a race to the finish line.
Stressful couple of last laps just to try to keep it on its wheels, but it was good. The car was good the whole time, and just really happy with that run.
Yeah, that was really good driving, really smart, patient, just waited for his opportunity, took it, and hung on to it. It's exactly what he needs to do.
I think I'll be all right. At least all three of those guys in front of me their cars are nervous, dude. This shit's nervous to drive.
Ty and Ryan are tied with a win each. This will be the final deciding leg of the four-wheel drive buggy class. Unlike the first two legs of four-wheel, Jorn is checked out early. Too little, too late. The title is going to either Ryan Mayfield or Ty Tessmann.
Me and Ty had a pretty good battle out there. He was my competition for the overall win. We were running second and third, and he made a slight mistake, caught a pipe just a little bit, just enough for me to get by. And after that, I just cruised. You know, I didn't really know the points, so I was trying to catch Jorn, but I did the math in my head real quick while I was driving, and I figured out, well, I probably should just get second and see how the cards fall. So that was good. It's been a rough weekend. I kind of struggled with the four-wheel, but it ended up good. So it's good. Good to win.
Tent City is torn down. Bags are packed. The Cactus is over.
Thank you for everything, buddy.
Thanks for being part of this.
Yes,
thank you so much.
I will catch you sooner than later, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I appreciate all the hard work.
My pleasure. I enjoy doing it. Honored to be part of it.
Thank you for everything. Yeah. Could have been a little better. Oh well. Very, very close.
Just had some mistakes on my part and just bad luck, but it is what it is, and we'll move on to the next race, which is Silver State, I think. So
it was a very hard track to run. I think the guys who won deserved it, and we'll be back next year.
Disappointment for some. Others are elated at winning a title at the Cactus.
Race over.
What does the future hold for electric off-road racing in America? What about the Cactus? Will it survive, or will it slip into obscurity? Only time will tell.
Cactus Marshall.
Oh. Yeah, that's great. No photos. No photos. No paparazzi. No. Get out of my face.
Kmart. These are ladies' sunglasses from Kmart. I have to buy ladies' sunglasses because all the men's ones are too big for my face.
We're always in the peanut gallery. I think I may have had a little bit of bad form by cheering as one of the cars tumbled over and into the fence, but no, it was white.
Yeah, who's taking the double win?
It did have stars on it, yes.
Mayfield or Cavallari.